Just a quick little computing history here, some things that you may not know about computer science. You might have seen news or articles about the diversity or the lack of diversity in the computer science computing field, where it's considered a male dominated, specifically more of a white male dominated field, and that's definitely not the case. There's a lot of things that have happened in the recent past that make us believe that it is male dominated. But we're still trying to obviously make this industry more diverse as possible. But what is interesting is that back when the computers were first started, for example, the ENIAC, which was one of the first computers that were created, the people who were developing that computer behind the scenes, and you can see some of their names here. So Kathleen, Jean, Francis, Marilyn, another Francis actually, and then Ruth, women, right? It was a completely woman-based team. And you can see Betty and Fran there actually in this picture. They are the ones who actually developed the product or developed the computer. And we know when things are introduced to the world, for example, like the iPad and the Mac, and Steve Jobs, we kind of think of him as creating it, but it's not really him who created the whole thing, just like it wasn't somebody else who created them in ENIAC. In fact, what happened is there was a manager of this team, was a man. And he's the one who went out and introduced the computer to other people. But there was no mention of these women who actually developed this entire computer. And that actually played one of the roles for perceiving computing as a male-dominated field. And then down here at the bottom is a link to Ada Lovelace. She's considered the first computer programmer. And I know we've been learning about algorithms and writing algorithms and programs, and she's the person who developed the first algorithm and is the one who realized that computers are not just calculators. They can do more than just mathematical operations. They could do a lot more, and you can give them sequences of instructions and they're able to follow it. And so I kind of want to highlight these things to understand the importance of women in computing, because they used to be a big part of our field before it became kind of perception has changed it over recent history to turn it into more of a male field, but it's actually was developed largely by women in the beginning. And so the reminder of this is, of course, if you are a woman in this field, you do belong here. And these are just some of the history of computer science.